Welcome to Pitbull Stadium. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Panthers offense comes onto the field first today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Right back to the well. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Look out! They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early.
Snags it and he's open. The 10. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Panthers.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, getting it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off with a touchdown pass.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Blue Raiders offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes the sophomore running back. They want him to take care of the ball, do the dirty work, be good in pass pro, and make plays when he has a chance.
What a challenge for this running back here. This late in the season against a conference opponent, one of the better run defenses in the entire country, too. We know this guy's been an absolute game breaker toting the rock, but this defensive coaching staff has had a lot of time and a lot of film all season to watch this guy and watch the schemes of this running attack. It'll be interesting to see if this guy can break through in one of his biggest tests of the year.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And here comes the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Hauls it in at the 25. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They give it back to him. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Out wide left, it's Stone. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Panthers are rolling down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Panthers! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
It's a nice decision by the quarterback there in the RPO. He's reading the keys on defense. They say hand the ball off. You want to do that. When you've got a guy this special in the backfield, David, get him as many touches as possible.
And a lot of times on those RPOs, the defense just has to hesitate for a second, and that little pause will open up those creases, and he takes full advantage of the defense just freezing for a second. Makes the big, long touchdown run.
Middle Tennessee State comes out onto the field, the offense ready to go to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They give it to him again. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down.
And, man, I absolutely love that from this quarterback. He is not a blazer. He's not going to outrun any defensive backs on the field. But I love when you take the space that a defense gives you. They want to play a certain coverage. They want to leave up all that space open.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
Hits inside. It's Burgess. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Soft spot in the middle. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's FIU with the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Leaves it in his belly. There he goes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
At the 18. That's a first down for the offense.
Trying to establish the run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Defense in press coverage. Sells to fake. Touchdown, Blue Raiders! The sure hand's in the end zone, and he has 6. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And they'll knock him down for a 5-yard loss.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
This guy is very proud about his accuracy. That's why he's one of the better quarterbacks in all of college football. And that time, ball just got away from him a little bit. It's going to set up third down.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Changing the routes with his receivers. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Out wide right, it's Danzy.
Oh, I think that's one the quarterback might want to have back. His running back came out of the backfield wide open, but the QB was a little bit late getting him the football, which forced the toe tap going out of bounds. If he gets that to him sooner, he's in bounds, and with his game-breaking ability, he might make people miss. Who knows? That might go to the house or at least be an explosive play. You need better timing from your quarterback on that one.
The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Right side, it's Stokes. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, MTSU. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Extra point here will tie the game. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida International. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's the kind of play that energizes the entire team. 96 yards, he took it back for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Turning it on. He's got the first down. The 40. Inside the 30. 10. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee! And they take it in for 6 more points. The extra point here would tie the game.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play. That will do. That will get you almost there. When you get handed off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Quick give. It's Coleman Williams. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll ride him again. Here's a little room there. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Wide receiver going in motion. He'll try to do it himself. They've got him corralled.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. You know, rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
On third down, here's Brown. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Panthers in a good spot here with second and short. Throws it off the RPO. Breaks into the open. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Line getting set on second down. Keep it on the ground. Hey, put the brakes on it.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. It's good, and they go back on top.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now.
Looking long. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Out wide right, it's Stokes. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. Drops back on first down. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Oh, and you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like...
He's going for it all. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. So they couldn't get it done on third down. Now they'll line up in punt formation. On his way back from the 20. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Just enough time for one final play in this half. The give is to Williams. He's past the marker. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Middle Tennessee State's head coach told me at the half, he is so frustrated with his defense right now. They've given up over 80 yards on the ground in that rushing attack. Known for their run game defense, they have got to be more stout at the line of scrimmage. The good news, they are running the ball well. The line of scrimmage has been dominant. He said, we've got to keep it going on offense and tighten things up defensively if we want to stay in this game. Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Makes a move. Smashes ahead. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Guys, here on the FIU sideline, we are seeing history here today. The running back has continued to run strong today, and now he is the program's single-season leader. The sideline immediately went up in arms, yelling, screaming. They are so excited for their running back, and they will continue to ride his energy here today as he makes more school history. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Looking for running room. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Panthers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out.
31, Middle Tennessee.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Blue Raiders come out ready to go on the attack. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Oh, he's got some space. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play, like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Burgess. Could be an alley. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on 1st down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
2nd down, gonna throw it. They're all over him. And it's a sack.
I love the pass rush here by the defense. 2 straight plays with their backs against the wall. Does not get better than that.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. Good, right down the boulevard. This is now a 7-point game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lee. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. From from the gun. Running back gets to give. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Second down.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Uh-oh, look out. There he goes. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Might have a chance. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. The Panthers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Tough run here, it's Brown. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Left side is Lee. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
After that incompletion on third and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on fourth down and pad the lead, but if you kick a field goal, you make it a two-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down.
And they just keep inching closer to the goal line. They go for it on fourth down, you get it, you're now finding yourself even closer. This is a place where you'd love to be able to just line up, run the football, get north, and score a touchdown.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another player.
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Middle Tennessee State comes out onto the field. The offense ready to go to work. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer. Looking for a deep man. Makes a grab right down the middle. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarter.
Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and that's number 10. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Shoots through that hole and picks up 5. He's out to the 11.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Third and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. They didn't quite get organized in time. They'll call a timeout with just 3 seconds remaining on the play clock. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. Motion from the wide receiver. Right side, it's Carter. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Quarterback keep. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. I think they'd keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. Handoff again. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
Working the ground game. Got the first down. Turning it on. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, FIU. Once he got see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Caught. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Up-tempo for the offense. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted for the 11th time. Taking it the other way.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Just feeds the running back. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. They get the W, and with that being win number